Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. Season 2 of Shane Gillis Tires out on Netflix today. If you haven't watched Season 1, start with Season 1. The episodes go super fast, super bingeable, and it's not like the NBA wants us to watch them tonight, or they would have told the refs, hey, refs, call some fouls against the Pacers, will ya? But nope, the NBA wants to have Pacers OKC. I'm not watching. I'll be watching Tires. Bitter much? Sure. In Season 2 of Tires, after the unexpected success of their big marketing idea, Will and Shane rush to grow personally and professionally without fully realizing the cost of doing business. Okay. Netflix announced a whole bunch of things, and they shared a trailer for Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore 2. It premieres July 25th on Netflix. I think we're about to see a lot of Sandler press. Netflix had their to-dumb presentation on Saturday, which did not go over well on social media. People were saying that it sucked. But appearing at it, Adam Sandler, Christopher McDonald, and Julie Bowen were introduced by sports commentator Rich Eisen. The trailer showed Sandler breaking in another new caddy, this time played by Bad Bunny. On the stage, the kids who play Sandler's children in the movie joked, is there anyone actually under 60 in this movie? I heard somebody commenting that they just took the roles played by Carl Weathers and Richard Kiel, just made the characters the kids of the original, because the original actors have passed away, and it's just like, whatever, it's a Sandler movie, who cares, go with the jokes. Other cameos on stage and in the movie include John Lovitz. Wow, how'd they get him? Also in the movie, famous actresses, nobody better to cast than Sadie Sandler and Sunny Sandler. They must know somebody. Professional golfers John Daly, Scotty Scheffler, and Rory McIlroy are in this one. Travis Kelce's in it. Margaret Qualley, another Nepo baby. She's fantastic, but still a Nepo baby. They're all in Happy Gilmore 2. Adam Sandler told Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show that Travis Kelce is a nice guy. You guys would love him in real life. What a big, handsome guy. Funny and cool as hell. He's a stud, and he's so funny. Happy Gilmore 2, July 25th. Some more details about the new version of Just for Laughs Montreal. Roy Wood Jr. and Mikey Day announced as the gala hosts. Roy Wood on July 25th, Mikey the next night. Some new shows announced. Ralph Barbosa on the 25th, Joe Dombrowski on the 24th. The Nasty Show's back, 2 shows, July 20th and 24th, Just for Laughs Culture Show on the 20th and 23rd. New Faces of Comedy on the 25th and 26th. I might have to get up there for the 25th and catch that one. I haven't been able to make friends with the new press people because my former press contact up there is now working with Bruce Hills, who used to run Just for Laughs. She sent me a press release, and I'll read it. Paying attention, JFL publicists? Paying attention, Hulu publicists? All right, let's see what we got here. MRG Live and Bruce Hills Entertainment announced Rick Mercer's Stand Up for Canada comedy tour with 21 stops across Canada. Thank you for sending things over. I will include your notes in the show, if you actually send them to me. John Mulaney commented on this whole thing about why isn't Mike Birbiglia more famous? Mulaney's take, Birbiglia does want to be famous. I think everyone wants to be famous. But he thinks Birbiglia is already famous. It's kind of relative, the question of fame, because he's had successes that maybe some more household names haven't. I don't know anyone with as much respect in the theater, stand-up, film, and TV world all at once. He made deliberate choices about having a much more interesting career than pursuing one of the agreed-upon mainstream routes. That's all fair. I was thinking about that Birbig special. I feel like the media really liked the Birbiglia special. I feel like the media really likes Birbiglia. Birbiglia's PR team definitely got him on a lot of big shows. I don't know if that had any impact in mainstream American society. And I'm not sure in, regular folks, like go down to the bar and go, hey, Mike Birbiglia. Like go down to the bar and ask your buddies, like, hey, did you watch Mike Birbiglia? And see if they actually know who he is. I'm not sure. I'm not here to bash. I'm just, I give my take on how I see things, and I'm not sure that special cut through. Despite a lot of press last week. Robert Smigel's got a new podcast called Humor Me with Robert Smigel and friends. On Humor Me, Robert Smigel and his guests, who will be a lineup of professional writers and comedians, will help listeners write all kinds of prepared remarks, from a speech to a toast to a eulogy to a presentation or application essay or a thank you note or just slamming someone online. His online announcement suggests things like letter to a congressman, letter to Santa, letter to a longtime crush. Or if you're Conan O'Brien and Oscar's monologue, Smigel says, we thought it'd be entertaining to showcase funny people writing, so here's this. No word on a release date yet. This will be produced by Big Money Players, which is Will Ferrell's podcast network and a partner of iHeartMedia, so that'll get pushed pretty big. Speaking of Conan O'Brien, he said that Hacks triggered PTSD symptoms for him as he watched the 4th season. Conan told Hacks co-creator and writer Paul W. Downs, the show delves into late night this year, which was fascinating for me because there are things you cite in the show that I've lived through. And so I'll get a little bit of PTSD from watching it, but it's also really funny and apt, like getting notes or this is what we heard about you, in the early days of my late night show, research and what are people saying and what do we need to adjust? Let me chime in there. I was really into HBO's Entourage and had to stop watching it because it was at a point in my life where I was working closely with The Foxhole, Jamie Foxx's comedy channel, and doing LA things that, Johnny Mac from Queens normally wouldn't be doing and never felt quite comfortable. So then I'd watch Entourage and they were doing the same kind of things like going to parties on yachts and stuff like that. And I was like, this is too close to work. I can't. And I had to just stop watching it. I really liked the show, but it was just giving me kind of the same feeling Conan was getting. Like, this is making me anxious. Even talking about it now, 15 years later, I'm like, I don't want to go there. I remember being at a Super Bowl party one night and the big boss was mad at me. So I was there to make sure that the broadcast aspect of live from Jamie Foxx's Super Bowl party went well. Again, listen to me. Oh, poor you. You were at Jamie Foxx's Super Bowl party. Yes, but everybody else was partying and I had to stay in manager mode. And I remember a nice young lady who thought I wasn't having enough fun, and she was encouraging me to have more fun, and I felt like such a loser. First of all, I'm married, so I'm not going to do anything with the nice young lady anyway, but I just remember being like, yeah, I gotta just stand here and look like a suit. It sucked. Conan said, it was all stuff that just felt impossible, so I'm kind of reliving it a little bit through your show, but you guys are doing a very good job of hitting a bunch of the nerves, which means you're getting it right. Conan brought up a scene from the show where late-night hosts are arguing over a celebrity guest appearance. Deborah Vance is trying to get Kristen Bell on her show. Jimmy Kimmel confronts her and says, you don't get Kristen Bell because she always does my show. I sort of got possession of having her after Conan died. Conan thought it was funny that in that universe that Conan died. What I loved about it is no one questions it. It's just like, since Conan died, it's just like, I get her after Conan died. It's just understood. And I'm laughing because no one questions it. That is funny. Oh, you see, now, I should head for a break there, but I didn't end on a down inflection. Remember, I lectured everybody about this yesterday, so I'm going to do one more story in the A block so that I can properly throw things to break like you're supposed to. In Canada, they're making a Canadian spinoff of The Price is Right. Now, you're like, why? I don't know either. Are Canadians like, yeah, that Drew Carey version is way too American for us. We have a Canadian hosting America's Got Talent. We don't get upset. Maybe we should do something about that. What is Trump doing about that? Why is a Canadian hosting America's Got Talent? Why doesn't Drew Carey host America's Got Talent? A good old-fashioned American Marine. Let's get that campaign going. Send your letters to me. I guess I opened that can of corn there. I'm just shucking a joke. Relax. It's a joke. Howie Mandel can host America's Got Talent because he's also hosting the Canadian The Price is Right. This one has a working title of The Price is Right Tonight. See, it's totally different. Howie Mandel in a press release said, I've been a fan of The Price is Right my entire life, so stepping into this iconic role is an absolute thrill. The Price is Right Tonight will bring a fresh, high-energy twist to everything people love about the original. Big games, lots of laughs, and fun surprises. I can't wait to say come on down to a whole new generation of Canadian fans, and remember everybody, heading into a break and on a down inflection. All right, well, the stupid NBA wants us to watch Pacers OKC. We're not doing that. Call some fouls, refs. What are you doing? The right ping pong ball comes out of the thing every year during the NBA draft. That seems to magically work out for wherever the hot rookie should go. Somehow that works out. Nobody can call some fouls against the Pacers. What are you doing? You left a lot of money on the table. No one's watching Pacers OKC. Sorry. From Celtics Wire, your home for comedy news. Former Celtics forward Blake Griffin said some NBA players are pretty funny. Jamal Crawford is hilarious. I think one of the funniest guys is Jeff Teague. He's hilarious. I could listen to him tell stories all day. As for Blake's own comedic influences, he says, when I was younger, Judd Apatow comedies were right in my wheelhouse. I was in high school when those were coming out. I love Seth Rogen. I love Danny McBride. I'll watch Danny McBride play any character. I think he's awesome. You have Shane Gillis. His stand-up is phenomenal. Or mine, Blake Griffin. Tire Season 2 out today. I like how guys are just starting to get funding and shooting shows and selling it because they can make exactly what they want and they don't have to adhere to a bunch of notes. Those are some of the people who are doing the best in comedy right now. An interesting story. It's behind a paywall. I've tried every trick to try and read this story. The headline from the Philadelphia Inquirer, and I'll just tell you all I know, is the headline says, "A junk fee is no laughing matter, according to a new class action lawsuit against Helium Comedy Club." The lawsuit requests damages for Helium Comedy Club customers in Pennsylvania, Indiana, and Missouri over the inclusion of junk fees at checkout. I tried Googling to find out more about this lawsuit. I can't find anything. I just find the headline interesting. I'll try and keep an eye on that. Seth Meyers told a crowd in Austin that he can't picture a world in where he would stop doing late night. "I found from the very beginning of my career in this business, you just have to focus on the day you're doing the show. There's no version of me getting ahead of what 2028 is going to look like that's going to be even close to right." Now, Seth's ratings should sort of more or less double, right, once Taylor Thompson shows go away and he has 1237 to himself, maybe go up 1.5x. That should make the show more profitable for NBC and keep Seth away. I've been fascinated by Late Night with Seth Meyers. I feel like it has zero impact on the universe. It just exists. Seth said, "It's an industry that's constantly facing challenges, but I don't think anybody at our network thinks I'm going to be the one smart enough to solve the problems of, like, how to fix TV." Myers has a contract to host Late Night through 2028, which is an eternity in current television. Who knows what TV will look like in 3 years? Here is a terrifying fact. On July 19th, Mike Chisholm from the Letterman podcast, put on your seatbelt before I tell you this next sentence. On July 19th of this year, Seth Meyers will pass David Letterman for second longest tenure as host of the Late Night franchise. Seth would have to hang out until August 2029 to break Conan O'Brien's record for longest tenure of the Late Night franchise, and in fourth place, Jimmy Fallon. Josh Goleman announced his latest hour of material, Positive Reinforcement, will premiere on the Blonde Medicine YouTube channel on June 27th and in album form on July 11th. Now, what I like here is, let me read it back to you. Josh Goleman has announced that his latest hour of material. Somebody has found a way to not use the word special. I like it. Oh, no, but here in the second paragraph. In the special, taped in Brooklyn. Oh, sorry. Rats, I thought somebody had figured it out. I could edit that out, but I'm not going to. Goleman details his attempts to adapt to changing times despite being born in the previous century. I feel ya. He covers topics ranging from novelty baked goods to proper pronoun usage and creative retirement planning, all while wearing a very nice sweater and a clean pair of sneakers because he knew there would be cameras there. Josh Goleman, Positive Reinforcement, Blonde Medicine YouTube channel, June 27th. If you are in Chicago, today is the Kids Above All's annual Stand Up for Kids comedy night. $75 tickets include beer, wine, and appetizers. You can get raffle tickets. All proceeds benefit the children and families in the Kids Above All programs. Comedians include Patty Vasquez, Chris Borns, Kimberly KB Marion, and Paul Farivar. Proceeds benefit the young people and families in Kids Above All's programs, supporting early childhood learning, safe housing, and counseling services for youth who have experienced trauma in the city of Chicago and the surrounding suburbs. Today, 8 p.m. at the Den Theater on Milwaukee Avenue. And that is your comedy news for today. I'll see you tomorrow.